We are back. Thank you. Let's continue from measure of dispersion. So we have range, which is R. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which is R to be equals to x of maximum minus x of minimum. Number 2. Then when we have coefficients of range, they can ask you to calculate coefficient of range, meaning x maximum minus x minimum over x maximum plus x minimum. Please take notes. They can also ask you, you can have number 3, interquartile range, same thing as Q3 minus Q1. You can ask semi-interquartile range. It's the same thing as Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. I'm just trying to summarize some of the formulas in your book. They can also ask us to 5, so coefficients of quarter deviation. Is what we call Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. So from there, it leads us into what we call our standard deviation, variance, and so on. Our standard deviation is divided into 2. It's divided into 2. Number 1, Roman figure 1 there, is when they ask you to calculate standard deviation of population. The formula is, they put it in this format, sigma equals to square root of summation of x minus mu squared divided by n. Then Roman figure 2, if it is sample you are working on, I'll show us the difference between the two. the sample carry x equals to square root of summation of x minus x bar squared divided by n minus 1. So in this case, we can also have what we call variance. Variance also divided into 2. It can be variance of population set or variance of sample set. If it is variance of population, let me write population in this format. It will be sigma square equals to summation of, some of these formula are in your books, but they are scattered. So that's why I'm using this tutorial to, some of you might not get the way they put it there. Divided by n minus 1. So I can quickly give us the definition of all this by saying where sigma is equals to standard deviation for population and x, we can put x in SI, let's just put it I. You can put it in SI because it's not only single x. Just put I there. Our x is the same thing as mid value or class mark of a population. So let's look at the example. Then n is the number of data you are given. Then our x bar is the mean. It can be sample mean, it can be population mean. Then okay, is this, let me call this one. This one is x bar is sample mean. Then mu is the population mean. Population mean. So I'll show us the way we do that. So how do we solve this problem? So let's write this question down. Example 1. Find the range. Find the range, the standard deviation, variance of the given sample data. So the data set is 2, 5, 8, 10, and 15. Are we there? Excuse me. Are we there, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are with you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you done with the question so that I can proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you are still missing some formula, let me know so that we can check. Now, the first question says, let me stop this. One of the things you need to know at this point is One of the things you need to know at this point is, please, let's listen. Some of you would think, oh, we are stressing you. Are they going to ask like that in question? Yes, they will. As a matter of fact, the question of that nature, for some of us that have the past question, you will notice they are all there. Permit me to share. Let me just share my screen and show you something on a GV, which we are still going to solve in the class. Okay, let me share the screen so that you can see. Okay, look at this question. These are the past questions. Are we okay? This is not this. So I have one of the questions here. Look at this question now. Look at the way they do it here. You were given a data set. They asked you to find the mean, median, mode, range of above data, geometric mean of above of the data, harmonic mean of the data. Now, look at this question again. A set of sales of outlet produce following 1, 2, 3. Compute the what? Variance. Look at this one again.
Coefficients.
Coefficient of variation. So don't say, oh, it's not possible. This man is just worrying us. I don't know. You are the one to write the exam. Look at this one too. Standard deviation. How many questions now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 already. So if you love yourself, listen to what we are doing. If you don't like yourself, don't bother yourself. Let's continue. Any questions? So for this question now, we want to solve. Solution says, find the range, standard deviation, variance, and of the given sample data. Now, you have the question. The first thing you need to know, another question, let me write the question 2, please. The question 2 can also say, find the range, standard deviation, and variance and the variance of the given population data sets 2, 5, 8, 10, and 15. 2, 5, 8, 10, and 15. Remember, you are given 2 formulas. The first one, now the range is range, whether it is population or it is sample. But when it comes to some measure, especially standard deviation and variance, look at different formula for them. So you need to take note of all these. They are very important. I believe I'm clear. So let's continue. So solution. For range, we are solving question 1 now. The range formula says X maximum minus X minimum. What is the highest value of that data set?
15.
Yeah, is what? 15 minus, what's the lower value? The lowest?
2.
The answer is what?
13.
That is what they ask you to do. So do you need to do lotto here before you get the answer?
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yes. So the second question says, under the same range, standard deviation. That is when you will need your skill how to compute. So for standard deviation for this particular problem, you need, look at the formula. The formula says, who can tell us the formula there?
Yes.
Is what?
Sigma is equal to the summation of
Okay.
can
Square
I
root
go on, sir?
of
Square root of the
summation
summation
of
of
x
x
Minus
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 x
All in
raised to
bracket,
power
raised to power
all in
2,
brackets raised to power 2
all over n minus
all
1.
over n
all
minus
over
1.
n minus 1. Thank you.
So it simply means I need what we call x. Nobody will tell you to rule the line. You will be the one to do that by yourself. And I need x minus x bar. And I also need x minus x bar all raised to power 2. Am I communicating now?
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And before then, I need what we call, what is my x bar?
The data sets.
Me.
No. The x bar, I define it. Go and check your notes.
Sample means
That is the mean.
In mean,
Okay.
in mean of the data set.
That's the
And
calculation of
what you
total
do, the mean of the data set is summation of x divided by n,
Divided by x.
which is, what is x? How many x do we have? We have 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 10
10 plus
plus
15.
15. How many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divided by 5.
40, sir.
So the final is what?
40.
5.
40
over
divided
5.
by 5
5.
is what?
that's 8.
8.
8. Meaning our x bar is equal to 8.
8.
Am I communicating?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let's list all our x here. The first x is what?
2.
2.
2.
Next?
5.
5.
8.
8.
I will
10.
clean this one though, if you want to
10.
write.
No problem, sir.
15.
15.
10
10
and 15.
15.
That person.
You know you have kids. Please mute yourself. You don't need to, don't contribute, don't worry. We will understand. Except if I call you to talk, or else I will send you out of the team. So don't lose 2 ways. Now, our x in this case, they already told us is the sample. That's why we call it class mark.
Yes, sir.
So we know our x bar
It's 8.
is 8, meaning 2 minus 8 is equals to what?
Minus 2.
Minus
Minus 6.
6.
Minus 6.
Minus 6.
Then 5 minus 8.
Minus 3.
Minus 3.
8 minus 8.
0.
0.
10 minus 8.
2.
2.
Then 15 minus 8.
7.
Any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
So
Go on, sir.
I can now do something here by taking the square root. Now I have to sand one here. Naturally, when you square the negative, it will turn to positive.
Positive. Yeah.
So when you are pressing your calculator, you can mistakenly press it in the wrong way and give you negative
Yes, sir.
on your own. So in this case, it's minus 6 squared.
Well,
Is what?
36.
36.
Minus 3 squared.
9.
9.
0 squared.
0.
0.
2 squared.
4.
4.
4.
Then 7 squared.
49.
49.
49.
14, Abby.
49, sir.
49.
I hear somebody say 14.
7.7.
So we can add everything together because that's where you get the summation. The summation of x minus x bar is what?
0.
Really?
How come?
Hey,
0.
mathematician.
53 plus 9, 62. 62
I
plus
was
this,
looking at the other
98.
one. Please continue.
98, sir.
98.
Is what?
98.
98.
98. So I can go ahead and calculate. I can say my s in this case is what? Square root of, who can?
Square root of summation x in brackets.
Square root of
Square root of
minus
98.
yes. Go.
Yes. Let me, now that you have the formula already,
Okay.
let's just put it there.
Square root of 98.
98 divided by
8.
4.
4.
5 minus 1. If you put 4 there, you will explain to some people here. So it's better you put it 98 divided by 5.
Divided by
4.
4.
So 98 divided by 4 is what? Anybody?
24.5.
24.5
Then our s, square root of 94.5 is what?
is 4.95. Okay.
That's 4.94.
Okay,
4.95.
you hear now. I just
4.95.
mentioned it. So that is standard deviation. So because when you see something like that in the exam, okay, God's power, what's the question?
Yeah, sir, please, where did we get the 5?
Aha, here we go. How many data sets were you given?
5.
Okay, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You are laughing. Okay, variance. Let's do the variance. The variance for this is s squared, which is summation of x minus, okay, let me write the s very well so that some people will not crucify me now.
Screen is
No difference, sir.
You see now, n minus 1. Remember, we are using this formula because we are doing sample. The question is saying sample, not because it's saying population. Please take note of that.
Sample population.
minus 1. Just have
You said?
variance is minus 1 on it.
I did not hear what she's saying.
So the variance doesn't have minus 1 under it. Just have only n.
Which one?
We are talking about the population. For sample, it has.
Have you seen it now?
That's for the population.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Are you there now? This is the variance for what?
For sample.
Sample. Please take notes. That is where people miss it. Because it's not the same. Remember, you don't need another table for this. It's the same table you use. We know the summation for x minus s bar squared. What is it? 98 divided by 5 minus 1.
5 minus 1.
Is 98 divided by 4. Is what? Our s squared is what?
24.5.
24.5.
That's all. Now, somebody should use 38 divided by 5. What's the answer?
7.6.
98 divided by 5.
Oh, 98.
1.96.
19.6.
90, you can see the difference.
19.6.
98 divided by 5 is what?
19.6.
19.6.
You can see, are they the same?
No, sir.
No.
No,
Ah.
sir.
So if you miss the formula, you miss the mark. Shike now. So, any question? Okay, I'll put a question before you have the question. Let me try and see whether I can do that now. I'll put the question on the chart and I want you guys to solve it before somebody has a question. We just finished one now. I hope the class is interesting. It's not bored.
Yes,
Very interesting.
Very interesting, though.
Very, very.
Adaise, you said your screen is in hanging. Okay. But I'm here now. Okay, let me quickly see whether I can set up. I can give you a pool. Oh. Can you see a question?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet, sir.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, sir.
Okay, what I will do, don't let me waste that time because of our time. Okay, I can see it here. I won't put the option there, but I want you to compute it. You only have 2 minutes to do that. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can.
Can you see
Yes,
the
sir.
Can you see the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So copy the question. You have 2 minutes. It's going. I'm also solving it. The question is it a sample or which method are you using? Is it going to be sample or is going to be what do we call it?
Population. It's sample.
Population. It's a sample, right?
It's a sample. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we both have 2 minutes. I'm also solving it in my Bible now. Your S in this case is 16, 14, 18, 10, and 12.
Sir, I cannot see your question. Mrs. Lucy, please mute your mic. I can't see the question, no.
You can't see the pool. You will see a pool that on your screen. That is the question. It's not my own question. I don't have any other special question. So are we there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Some people are there.
Should we put the answer in the chat, sir?
Okay, put the answer in. Unfortunately, I didn't put the answer there, and it was intentional because some people will just do the Baba Jebu for you. Yes, put the answer in the chat. Okay, Kausara. Okay, Wale. Going. Okay. Who is asking page 109? What is happening to page 109? Okay. Yes. Going. Yeah, it's okay. Let's continue. The answer is what?
10.
The answer is 10.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is, you can see part of that is how exam would look like. They will give you a question, you have to solve it. Don't join them by doing lotto. The answer is 10 if you do it very well. So on your own, you can also do. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
So on your own, you can also do the second question. You have the formula to solve it. Always remember, in the population, you don't divide them. How do you calculate the mean? Yes, Friday.
Yes, I was actually going to ask about the median. Let's assume we're giving on group data. I mean, unarranged data, scattered, not in descending or ascending order, they are just scattered. If I'm calculating the median, do I need to rearrange them in descending or ascending order?
No, it depends. We are not doing median now.
Yes.
What
the
we are
reason
doing
I'm asking
is
just
when we are doing median, most times on group data, once you see standard deviation, variance, they are talking about measure of dispersion. It simply means you already given the class mark, you just use it the way it is.
Okay, sir.
At that point. So by the time we get to where you are going, the question you ask, I will explain better. But for the second question, remember, it's the same way, but the formula of the second question, the standard deviation there is summation of what?
X minus
X
minus X bar.
So
Close
sorry.
bracket raised to power 2.
No.
The difference is population has N, while the rest. Now, how do you calculate the mean? Is the same thing as mean? Is the same thing as summation of X
Summation of X.
divided by N. So how do we solve it? We know it's 40 divided by 5, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is equals to 8.
8.
So the difference is you can create the table X, then X minus mu, then X minus mu all squared. Can we solve it by ourselves? Please do that on your own. Now, that is for, remember, this one we solve is for on group data. What about group data? How do we solve it? Are we tired?
No, sir.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay. Yeah, somebody raise up their hands. Wale and Gift.
Sir, please move the board down.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, just a simple question. I want to get the difference between how you know when it's a sample or a population, sir.
The question will surely tell you.
Okay,
most
sir.
times. Now look at the question I gave you on the pool. At the pool then, he's talking about says. We know you can only have says. Who is this person? Please mute yourself. Most of the question will mention the population of entire so. Or if I mention says now, you know we are taking sample.
Yes.
As a sales rep, you understand?
Yes.
So that is why from there you will know. Yes. How do?
Yes, sir. Sorry, this last formula you gave us is for which one?
It's for the one I defined upper.
Okay.
It's the same formula here. Have you seen it now?
Yes. Okay. Population.
It's for population. You see population
Yes, sir.
for standard deviation, population
Yes,
for variance.
okay.
Are you okay now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, sir, this one you just saw that the mean is for 40 over 8. Is which question, sir?
40 over 8. Where do you see 40 over 8?
This no, this one is second part 2.
Is second question. I gave you 2 questions, right?
Okay, that is for the pool.
No, I'm not talking about pool. The pool is on your own. I've already solved the pool and we all got 10. So that settled it. Remember, before the pool, we have 2 questions. Do you remember?
I've seen it, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's look at the group data. For group data, for the group data, we have X bar for group data to be summation of, what is S bar?
That's the mean.
The addition of the
is equals to X bar equals to summation Fx all over summation F. Then variance is equals to summation F is in your book. X absolute value Oyetola, that's your last one. If I see you or mute yourself, Sarah, or what? Am I right? Please mute yourself, except if you are asked to talk. We have variance to be summation of F in bracket 1, that is in bracket of absolute value minus X bar all raised to power 2 divided by summation F. Summation F means the frequency. Then the standard deviation here is the square root of variance. Square root of variance, or is the same thing as square root of summation of F in bracket 1 absolute value of X bar all squared divided by summation F. So, any question on the formula? We all know the way we calculate our X bar. Now, when we are saying absolute value, if I said absolute value of X, what does it mean? It simply means any value the X can carry is going to be negative. It's going to be positive. If it is negative, it will turn to positive. That is, we are interested in positive aspect of that absolute value. Let's say I have minus 2 now. It's going to be 2. Please take note. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
sir.
continue. Let's write this question down. The sales in Naira recorded by manager are as follows. Calculate the mean standard deviation calculate the mean standard deviation, or they call it calculate the mean deviation. I think I need to put that one. Mean deviation, variance, and standard deviation. So the mean deviation in this case is, if you check your notes, they are there. Let me put this one in a right position. I put I there, like I did the other time, because it's not the only one. That's why we call it summation. So what we the mean variance, I will write the formula later, please. Remind me. Here it says, our says is and the frequency (54 to 57). We have 5. We have 58 to 61. We have 7. We have 62 to 65. We have 10. We have 66 to 69. We have 12. We have 70 to 73. We have 6. We have 74 to 77. We have 5. We have 78 to 81. We have 4. We have 82 to 85. We have 1. So that is the question. Please, let's write the question down. Are we all there? The formula
Yes,
for
sir.
mean deviation is something as summation of fi xi minus x bar all over summation of fi. So that's just what they call the mean standard mean deviation, where your SI is your class mark of individual. Okay. Are we there now?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Sarah, are you tired? The way you are looking, it shows you are
We are
tired.
tired.
We are tired.
Yes.
No.
We are not tired though.
No, sir.
No, Nico, no.
Are we tired?
No.
He's still voting.
You are still voting. Okay, overvoting be that. Let's lower your hand. Okay, let's continue. After this question, I think I don't think you should have a problem again when it comes to this particular question. So I'm using the same table. I will clean this formula now so that if I were you, I will write, if it is your own language, you will write what I'm saying. Write it in your own language so that it will be clearer. Write the step down. The first thing you need to do is to get your class mark. Please, let's add let's do the first thing. The first thing, let's add all our F. F is your frequency. F is what?
50. The summation of F is 50.
Is 50. Let's write it down. 50. Now, the next thing is class mark. We call it S. Class, you can write it up. Class mark. Just for you alone. Class mark, okay? Or mid value, it depends. Okay, how do we calculate the class mark?
Lower class boundary plus upper class boundary divided by 2.
Don't use boundary in this case. Use class interval. Because we've not put it in boundary, you remember.
Okay, sir.
So go to your sales. That is your class interval. Add the two together, divide it by 2. We are talking about sales here.
That's 55.5 for the first one.
Yes. The sales is what? The first one is what?
55.5.
55.5. The second one?
59.5.
59.5. Please, let's everybody do that.
59.5.
The third one, the fourth one?
63.5.
63.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. The next?
67.5.
67.5.
Yes. Next?
71.5.
71.5.
And?
75.5.
Okay. The next?
79.5.
And?
83.5.
Thank you. 83.
Yes, sir.
So remember, in our formula, we work with formula. We are not just forming the table. For us to get the mean S bar, you need fx, that is f multiplied by x. We need it. So let's create the column. fxi. So f multiplied by x. So that is 5 multiplied by 55.5. What's the answer?
277.5.
277.5. Next.
416.5.
416.5.
Please, in your own book, write it. We are using x to multiply f. Write it in your word, the way you can understand. Next.
635.
Next.
810.
Next.
429.
Next.
429.
Is what?
377.5.
77.5.
Next.
318.
And the last?
83.5.
Now add everything together.
Wow.
Add everything. So while we are trying that, we are coming. Let's move on. We need what we call x minus x bar. But we need x bar. So definitely we need to wait to get our x bar. Our x bar is summation fxi divided by summation f. So what is summation fxi?
3,347.
Just call the value.
3347.
3347. Do we all agree?
Yes, sir.
So let's write it. 3347 divided by 50. What's the answer?
66.9.
66.9 what?
94.
94.
Yes. So you go back. We know our x bar to be 66.94 now. So we will now take our x one by one. The first X is 55.5 minus 66.94. I just show you, I'm not going to write it this way. What is the answer?
Minus 11.44.
Minus
11.44.
Now, remember I told you
It should be
that
positive.
absolute value is minus 11.44, right?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And it's going to be 11.44.
11.44. So there's no
Because of
negative.
that absolute value. So please take notes, write it down. Don't ask me where did you, but it's negative. The man made mistake. Now you they make mistake. Oh. So please let's shine our eyes very well. So the next one.
7.44.
You said what?
7.44.
Next.
So the next time
is what?
Minus 4 now, 3.44.
3.44.
3.44. Next.
3,347 divided by 50, which is
0.56.
Yes,
0.56.
0.6.
Next.
3. 0.56.
4.56.
4.56.
4.56.
Okay. Next.
8.56.
Next.
12.56.
The last one.
12.56. Last one.
16.56. 16.56.
Okay, good. Now that we have the idea of where we are going, how to get there, we are getting there gradually. From your formula says, don't forget, it says summation F multiplied by this. So we need it.
No. Abo. Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pàǹtì nìkan ló wọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àkàwọ̀?
Please mute yourself. It's not easy. It's not easy to teach elder. All these elder people, all of you, you are the one. You know, when they call you student, all of you, the spirit of that studentship will just enter you. No way. Mute yourself, everybody. Yes, Yaya.
Yes, are we not supposed to square the x minus x bar first?
I thought sum. We're supposed to sum
this
it
one
together. Yes,
are we not supposed to square it?
I don't know.
Because from our formula we have absolute value x minus x bar square.
Let me show you something here. Oh, so far. So if you look at this formula, is it not the same formula I gave you?
It is. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it this one I want to show you? I wanted to show you something. So the question is, are you to square that one first or to square everything multiplied by f?
Come again, I didn't get that.
Now, remember the formula says multiply by f.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
remember?
multiply by f. Yes.
And the summation now was at the back of that.
Yes, sir.
So which one comes first?
I think we're supposed to solve the bracket first.
We are moving towards that, but we already have what is in the bracket.
54 plus 57.
Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. I'm just
So
concerned
what
about
is
the
in the
square.
bracket?
Absolute value x I minus x bar.
67.
Victoria, mute yourself. Mute yourself.
Please, Victoria, mute yourself.
So remember that, yes, I'll do.
Hello, sir, sorry. Please, one explanation on this absolute x and x.
After we get, don't worry, by the time we finish this one, mute yourself, don't worry. The network is. So from here now, we will use, okay, I don't want to, okay, let me do it one after the other so that people will not get confused. Remember that you are to multiply f, but before then, the square of f, because there is a particular one that has square, s minus x bar, all squared. Is that what you are saying, Yaya?
Exactly, sir.
That's correct, sir.
Exactly. That's what I'm concerned about.
Let's take the square for each of them. Everybody, press your square. Do it by yourself. Don't wait for anybody. Square each of these. What's the first answer for this? 11.44 square is what?
3.38.
No.
130.8736.
Just call the
130.87.
87. Okay.
One 30.
55.35. That's
one. The next.
55.35.
Next.
1.83.
Please, can you ask your kids to, or should I send the person out? If you know the kids are making us where you are. Okay, is what?
1.83.
Next.
0.31.
31.
Yes, sir. 20.79.
Jayoba.
Yes, sir. Please, sir, that second one is 55.35, not 85.
35.
Exactly, sir. It's 35,
yes,
not
it's
85.
35.
It's good. At least you are doing it on your own too. So next. 4.56 squared.
73 point. Oh no, that's not the one.
20.
20.79.
20.7.
20.79.
73.27.
73.27. Next.
157.75.
157.75. And
274.23.
274.23. Point
23.
So now that we have the square, you see, we are going to make, I don't know how we are going to do it. Remember, we have to calculate for standard, for mean deviation. And mean deviation don't have the square. So let's do this one first. So that is F multiplied by F multiplied. Let me just use another color here. F multiplied by, can you see this one very well?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, let me use this. That is F multiplied by everything here.
Please, your screen is not moving.
I'm not moving it. That's why it's not moving.
I think the blue pen
is
better.
it moved now?
It's moving.
People can laugh. You can. You don't understand. Okay, that's what. What is our first F?
That's 5.
5 multiplied by 11.44.
6.
Okay, solve it. Everybody do that now.
57.2. Is it the 57.2?
57.2.
What are we dividing with?
57.2.
You're not dividing, you're multiplying
Ah,
your
please,
frequency.
class me out.
Multiply your frequency with the
And then
What do you want me to do now? You have the everything in your book. All you need to do is just to multiply. Do it. Use your F to multiply your, excuse me, X minus X bar. Just multiply them. The first one is what?
57.2.
Thank you. 57.2, correct. Next.
52.08.
52.08.
Okay.
Okay, no. Yes. I made a mistake.
34.4.
32.4.
Is what?
34.4.
Next.
4.32.
6.72. 6.72.
Yes.
27.36.
Yes.
42.8.
Yes.
50.24.
50.24. And
16.56.
okay. So the last phase we are moving towards.
Sir, please, I have a question, sir.
Go ahead.
The formula here is F bracket X minus X bar. So,
Yes.
and I don't know, I joined the class late though, so I don't know where the F came from, sir. The F that is used to multiply X minus X bar.
That's
So
your
I don't-
frequency.
That's the frequency.
Okay, the frequency.
Have you seen the F?
Yes, yes, I've seen it, sir. I've seen it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. So the last, remember we need F to multiply the one of square. We need F multiply X minus X bar all squared. So meaning that you multiply this place by F. So the first one is what?
654.35.
654.35. Okay, next.
387.45.
Point.
45.
Yes.
118.3.
0.3.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
3.72.
Hello, ma.
Please, what are we multiplying, sir? I didn't get this, sir. Please.
F multiplied by this.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Remember from the formula, you need it. So let's continue.
We stopped at 3.72. 3.72.
Yes.
124.74.
And
366.35.
okay.
631.
The last.
274.23.
Okay, let's add everything together. This one.
The total is 2560.14.
Bros, take a easy, I beg.
Better copy fast. 256
0.14.
So I need summation for F multiplied by the brackets too. You don't need to feel intimidated. Just take it your time and make sure you do it on your own again. So that in case the question is coming from, you have question on, what do we call it now? Group data. You'll be able to do something meaningful there. So let's continue.
128007.
Where do you see 1? Check it again.
This is summation of F times this one.
Yes, summation of F, this particular one. This side.
Okay.
The answer is 287.36.
287.36.
Two 287.36.
Correct.
Okay, now that we have our, let's now write them out. we have X bar to be this. So we need summation F into modulus of X bar is Evelyn, what's the question?
So how did we get 11.44?
Is from X minus X bar in the modulus, in the absolute value.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am. Okay, so and we have summation of (2560.14). Okay, so we can go ahead and calculate our variance. Our summation of F is what?
It's 50, sir.
So our variance will be summation F into brackets X minus X bar all squared divided by summation F, which is the same thing as 2560.
Sir, please, you are not seeing your screen.
Can you
It's your
see it,
network.
please?
It's your network.
Yes, I can see it now. Yes, sir.
Where are you now? Which side are you?
The variance, the variance.
Which side are you staying?
I've gotten it, sir.
Which state are you?
Ekiti.
Which side part of Ekiti?
Ado.
Ado Mary. Okay. That woman don't. If you ask her, that be sincere. This morning you ate pounded yam.
No, sir. It's Akamu.
Thank God you are not sleeping yet.
I'm finished.
She's not from Ekiti. She's on
You are not from Ekiti then. If you are taking Akamu.
She's on your proper.
Okay, what's the answer for this?
1.20.
I can't hear you.
51.20.
51.20. Okay, that's your variance. So standard deviation will be the square root of variance, which is square root of 51.20. What is it? 7 point what?
7.15 passes.
7.155.
So then you can also calculate your mean deviation. You remember, we are asked to calculate it. The mean deviation is summation F into Xi minus X bar, everything divided by summation Fi. What is the summation F?
50.
50, sir.
No, there was summation X minus X bar.
That's
287.36.
Okay. 287.36 divided by 50. The answer is what?
5.74.
5.74. So If you check the measure of dispersion, you discover that we've done the justice.
The answer is 5.75, not 5.74. We approximate.
What is at the back of the 4?
7.
Okay, 5.75.
Yes, you are correct.
Thank you. That is why all of you have calculator. No cheating, you see.
No hiding of change.
But I still have question though. Sorry, I'm taking you back a bit. That's
Okay.
absolute X.
Oh, absolute value means?
I understood. You said even if it's in negative sign, it will be positive.
That's just the value.
How did you get 11.44? I'm sorry.
That's what we did. Look at it. 11.4, we have something common to all of them, X bar. Meaning your X minus X bar. That is X1 minus X bar, S2 minus X bar, S3 minus X bar. So what is X1?
Okay, X1 is
55.5. We now say 55.5 minus 6. What is the value for this?
66.94.
Okay.
66.94. So what is the answer?
That's 11.44.
Minus 11.44, right?
Yes.
But because the absolute value is there, you have it to be 11.44.
Okay. Okay.
So that is how you do to all. That's why we call it X1, S2, S3 to S5, S last.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Somebody is lost, yeah?
For me, I'm lost that place actually.
I'm lost.
You are lost.
Yes, sir.
It's good. You find yourself on the you will find yourself on the recording. Don't worry. The recording will be available as soon as possible so that
I'm really confused too.
You don't need to confuse. Just check the formula. We only work with the formula and never can tell. Okay, let me show you one question here. Wait, let me show you one question, please. In your book, so that you won't see, maybe I'm not manufacturing. Now, they give you this table in your exam and they ask you calculate standard deviation and calculate standard deviation and the coefficient of variation.
Page, which page, sir?
Page 16. Page 116.
Okay.
If they ask you to calculate this is your X, this is your class interval, this is your frequency. That is the meaning. This is your class interval. And here is your frequency, F. So that's all. So they can give you, look at this. They can give you this question. It's very simple and ask you to calculate everything we did now. You form the table. You are still coming to this one. Look at it. I just circle it. I've not even touched this one. So next class, we'll quickly solve this one. If you missed it, you're on your own. So you can see what we did. It's still the same thing. They can use different ways. They can use different, you see class math, F, Fxi, Fs squared. We have another method of that. So we have this one. So I'm not doing anything. You can see, we just calculated this one now, right? So it's still the same. So you don't need to be lost because it will be asked, they will ask you in the exam. So better get it right now. Yes,
Please,
those
sir.
of you raising up your hand.
Please, sir. How many hours is the exam?
I don't know. When you
Is it the one setting?
You will see the hours.
Long ago.
When you get to the exam, you will see the hours now. The exam
1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes.
How
So
many?
I think
Just
I
expect
think it's
1 hour 30
questions.
minutes. 1 hour 30 minutes.
1 hour 30 minutes.
Yes.
It's not
That
1
is
hour.
if it's your caucus. If it's your caucus, it's 1 hour 30 minutes.
3 hours. 3 hours.
For which school? Which school?
I pity you. That is why you need to be fast.
Are you dreaming?
You don't need
We told
1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, they give you 1 hour 30 minutes and they give you one table. They ask 3 questions from that.
Sir.
Yes.
Jump
That is
and
the
pass
point.
activated.
Akinola Kunle.
The way it, hello, sir.
I'm coming. Yes, you raise up your hand.
Yes, this what is FI?
Is the frequency, the number of that is frequency 1, 2, 3, 4 to the end. That's FI. Yes, somebody say hello, sir. Hello, sir. I'm hearing you, man.
Sir, are we going to, would they allow us to come in with calculator?
Yes, they should.
No, they will not.
They don't allow, so
yes,
you
they
use
allow. They
one of
allow
your
in some
systems.
centers.
They allow.